Ever wish you could get a killer workout in, but, without needing to block out, like, hours at the gym?
Totally.
Today, we are diving deep into full body workouts.
Love it.
We've got two great articles for this one.
Awesome.
One from Pure Gym and then another from Muscle and Strength.
Yeah.
And they give us a ton of info on, like, what makes this kind of workout so effective.
For sure. And the cool thing is, it's not just about, saving time.
Right.
These articles highlight how those full body routines, they're really effective for, like, building muscle, right?
Yeah.
Boosting your metabolism.
Yeah.
And just feeling really good overall.
Okay, so, like, both of these articles, they kind of jump into this classic debate. Full body routines versus split routines.
Yeah.
They go head to head.
Right. It's like the question everyone's asking.
It is.
And the Pure Gym article does a really good job, I think, of laying out, here are the pros and cons of each one.
Okay, yeah.
The key, I think, for people is understanding what works best for you.
Totally.
Yeah,
for sure. So let's start with full body.
Go.
What's, like, the big selling point?
So Pure Gym points out that full body routines are kind of like the ultimate multitaskers in, the fitness world.
Okay.
They're really good for beginners because you're hitting all those major muscle groups, right, in every single session.
So you're not hyper-focusing, you're getting that good base.
Yeah, you're building a super strong foundation.
Oh, okay.
That's really important.
So it's like building a house, you need a good foundation before you can, like, add on rooms and stuff.
Exactly. Plus, if you're someone who's, like, always crunched for time,
Right.
full body routines are amazing.
Makes sense.
2, maybe 3 sessions a week is usually enough to see great results.
That is awesome because efficiency is key.
Absolutely. And here's a bonus. Full body workouts.
Okay.
They often burn way more calories, I think, per session than a split routine would.
Really?
So if fat loss is one of your goals,
Uh-huh.
they can be super powerful for that.
It's like a double whammy.
Yes.
Now I'm curious, what about those splits? I know people who swear by them.
Yeah.
What's their deal?
So splits are where you're really, really focused, like laser focused on specific muscle groups, but on different days.
Okay.
So, maybe you're hitting upper body one day and then lower body the next day.
So it's all about that focus.
Exactly. It's a much more targeted approach, which can be really great for maximizing muscle growth in specific areas.
Right.
But as you can imagine, it needs a bigger time commitment.
Yeah.
You're spreading your workouts throughout the week.
So it's a trade-off. Full body, very efficient, great for overall fitness.
Yeah.
Splits are when you want to, like, really hone in on something.
Exactly. It all comes back to, like, what are your personal goals?
Right. Yeah.
And how much time can someone realistically commit to training?
Totally. Okay, so let's say you're like, okay, I'm sold on this whole full body thing. What makes these workouts so effective? I mean, both articles talk about efficiency.
Yeah.
But, like, paint me a picture. What does that look like in real life?
Okay, so imagine this. You walk into the gym, right?
Okay.
You crush a single workout that, like, targets every major muscle group.
Okay.
And then, boom, you walk out feeling super energized, you feel accomplished, and it only took, like, under an hour.
Oh, wow.
That's the power of full body, right?
Okay.
You're working smarter, not necessarily harder.
I like it.
Right.
Okay, that sounds awesome. But, like, let's say, like, some days you're feeling super ambitious.
Yeah.
Can you go, like, full throttle with these every single day?
That's a really good question. And it's actually something that comes up in that Muscle and Strength article.
Okay.
They have a whole FAQ section.
Oh, cool.
Where they kind of address it head on.
Okay, so what's the verdict? Can you do them every day, or?
So they say it's possible, technically, to do a full body routine every single day.
Okay.
But they say it's not really the most effective approach for most people.
Yeah.
You got to think of it like your muscles need time to recover and rebuild after, you've had a tough workout.
Yeah.
It's like during that rest time that they're actually, like, getting stronger.
So the rest days are just as important as working out.
Exactly.
Wow.
They did mention, like, some athletes, really, really seasoned athletes, particularly people who are, like, prepping for a competition.
Makes sense.
They might do full body workouts every day.
Okay.
But those are people who are, like, operating at a whole other level.
Oh, yeah.
Of
intensity, and, like, they have a whole nutrition plan.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're, like, the exception, not the rule.
Okay, got it. So for us regular people, 2 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, that's a good sweet spot.
Perfect. Okay, I got it.
It's all about balance.
Right.
And muscle and strength, they really emphasize this, like overtraining
Mm-hmm.
can actually be bad. It can work against your progress.
Oh, wow.
It's like trying to run a car with like an empty tank of gas.
Right. You're going to burn out.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
And nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of recovery, what about, like, doing cardio on your off days?
Yeah.
Good idea. Bad idea.
So it's not a yes or no answer, which I actually like about how they talk about it.
Okay.
They say that incorporating some light cardio
Okay.
can be really good on those rest days.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be something like, going for a walk or an easy bike ride.
Gotcha.
That could be really good for, blood flow, helping reduce muscle soreness.
So it's like you're giving those muscles a little bit of love,
Exactly.
but you're not pushing them too hard.
Exactly. It's all about listening to your body and what feels right for you.
Right.
But they did say that. Like, you don't want to be doing crazy intense cardio on those rest days,
Right.
especially if your main goal is, like, building muscle.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
You want those muscles to recover.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm with you.
Now, should we talk about those full body exercises? Yeah, let's get into it.
Muscle and strength. They have, like, what they call the Fab Five.
Okay.
They're like the 5 best exercises that they think everyone should be doing
The best.
if you want to maximize those full body workouts.
Okay, hit me with it.
Okay, so we've got deadlifts,
Yep.
squats,
Classic.
rows, bench presses, and overhead presses.
Those are those are compound movements.
Exactly.
So you're working multiple things at once.
Exactly. And both of these articles, they really stress how good compound movements are for full body training.
Got it.
You're getting the most bang for your buck.
Right. So are you supposed to be doing all 5 of those every single workout?
Okay, so that's where, like, the muscle and strength article gets really helpful. They actually have this sample 12-week program
Oh, wow.
that brings all these moves together
Okay.
and more, and they break it down into 3 workouts, A, B, and C,
Okay.
and you cycle through them each week.
So you have a plan to follow?
Yeah.
That's good. Exactly.
I like having a guide personally.
Me too.
What's unique about these workouts?
So they use a technique called ramped sets.
Okay, I've heard of those, but I actually don't know what that is.
Okay. So imagine you're like climbing up a ladder.
Yeah.
You start at the bottom, with a lighter weight. That's like your warm up.
Right.
And then each rung that you go up,
Yeah.
you're slowly increasing the weight that you're lifting until you get to the very top, which is like your heaviest set
Got it.
for that particular exercise.
So it's this built-in way to, like, progress.
Exactly. And it's really smart because it lets you find what works for your body that day.
Okay. Yeah.
You're easing into those heavier weights,
Right.
which can be really helpful for like not getting hurt.
For sure. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Right.
One thing I noticed about this muscle and strength routine, they're not afraid of, like, higher reps. They're doing sets of, like, 15, even 20.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, building strength, I thought that was all about lifting heavy, not necessarily doing a lot of reps.
Yeah, that's a really common misconception.
Really?
So lifting heavy is great
Sure.
if you want to build strength. But those higher reps,
Yeah.
they have a ton of benefits too.
Yeah.
Like they're really good for your muscular endurance.
So you're building, like, stamina and strength at the same time.
Exactly. Plus, let's not forget about like the mental part
Right.
of like pushing through those reps.
Totally.
It can be really rewarding.
That's true. It's a different kind of challenge.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are those higher reps, are they actually as good for building muscle as, like, lifting super heavy?
For sure. Those higher reps, they can trigger muscle growth through something called cellular swelling,
Okay.
which like some studies have shown can really help with those gains.
Oh, wow.
It's like you're giving your muscles a different kind of stimulus to grow.
Accurate. So it's, like, multifaceted.
Exactly. And this is where things, I think, get really interesting.
Okay.
Remember how we were talking about split routines earlier?
Yeah, the, like, more focused ones.
Right. So muscle and strength, actually, they talk about this whole debate,
Okay.
full body versus splits.
Uh-huh.
And they say both are good.
Okay.
It really just depends on your experience level and what your goals are.
So when would a split routine be the way to go?
So they said if you're a more experienced lifter,
Okay.
like maybe you've been doing full body and you've kind of plateaued,
Right.
or maybe you have very specific like competition goals,
Yeah.
then a split could be a good idea.
It's like leveling up.
Exactly. And within split routines, there are like tons of different options.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
you've got upper body, lower body splits. You've got push-pull legs. It gets very specific.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
It's like choosing your own adventure.
Mm.
But they do say, like, at the end of the day, no matter what you choose, whether it's full body or splits, being consistent and having good form.
Yes.
Those are the most important things.
That's the basis.
Yes.
Right? Like,
Right.
I feel like people always trying to find that, like, magic routine.
Yeah,
And it's really about just, like you said, the consistency and the good form.
absolutely. It's not about finding that, like, perfect plan, right?
Yeah.
It's about, okay, what works for me, for my body, for my goals.
Totally. Yeah, that's a much better way to look at it.
Exactly. And these articles are just, they're a good starting point.
Right.
The great thing about fitness is that you can always change things up.
Right.
You can adjust the exercises.
Yeah.
You can adjust the sets, the reps. You can really personalize it.
Oh, yeah.
So don't be afraid to, like, experiment a little bit.
Yeah.
And just figure out what feels best.
That's such a good reminder. It really is. It's like you're tailoring a suit, right? You want it to, like, fit you perfectly.
Exactly.
And, that actually makes me think both these articles, they're very focused on, like, building muscle and strength. But, like, what about other goals that people might have? Could you adapt these for, like, endurance or flexibility?
Totally. That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it shows how, like, versatile full body training can be.
Okay.
Because they are focused on muscle and strength, but there's definitely room to, like, customize.
Okay.
So, for example, imagine you're doing your full body routine,
Right.
but you add in things like burpees
Oh,
or like mountain climbers,
Yeah.
jumping jacks. That's the stuff that really gets your heart rate up.
so you're adding in that cardio element.
Exactly. And then for flexibility, it's super easy to add in some dynamic stretches.
Okay, yeah.
So, like leg swings, torso twists, arm circles.
Oh, right.
You could do those before your workout, during your rest periods, or even after.
So you're making those full body workouts fit whatever your goals are.
Exactly. And remember those 5 big exercises we talked about?
Yeah, the Fab Five.
Yes. Even
Let's
those can be modified. Like, let's say you're working towards doing a barbell back squat, which can be kind of intimidating for some people, right?
Right.
So you could start with, like, goblet squats or box squats,
Right.
which are great variations. They build that strength and confidence.
They're like stepping stones.
Yes. It's all about finding those stepping stones to your goals.
I like it.
And I think these articles are great because they give you that really solid base of knowledge.
Yeah.
And then once you have that, you can get creative.
That's so true. It's really easy to get caught up in, like, needing the perfect plan. But you're right. It's more about, like, do you understand the basics?
Exactly.
And can you apply them to what your body needs?
It's a journey, not a race. And also remember, fitness should be fun.
Yes.
So find what you like, make it a part of your routine. And then, celebrate those wins along the way.
Yeah, celebrate those wins for sure. Well, there you have it, everyone. Your crash course in full body workouts. We covered a lot today.
We did.
We talked about why those compound movements are so great. We busted some myths. We even learned about split routines.
A little bonus.
Yeah, a little bonus. So as you're, maybe thinking about your own fitness journey, here's something to think about. How can you take those full body principles we talked about today and, really make them your own?
The possibilities are endless.
They are. All right, until next time, everyone, keep on moving.